How not to water your lawn. 3 ways. Number 1, we want to talk about time of year, time of day. Number 3 is going to be how long when you do decide to water. So, time of year, super duper important. If you live in Mississippi, you have warm season grass, Bermuda zoysia, St. Augustine centipede, then you only want to water your grass really from May through July, possibly, no, I'm sorry, May through August. You get some growth on those bookends in April and in September, but the growth is minimal. When you really, the 4 months that are the 4 tried and true months when you're going to get growth if you water, and you're not if you don't, is May, June, July, August. 4 out of 12 months. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just here to tell you. Again, you'll get some growth in April and September, some, but if you water in May, June, July, and August, you're going to see a direct parallel with growth and watering. Second subject, time of day. So you want to water when the grass is wet. That's the easiest way to remember it. When you have the dew in the morning time, make it more wet. Don't do it later in the day when, number 1, you're going to get more evaporation. You're going to waste that water. Don't do it at night right before the dew comes, because then you're going to elongate the period of time that the lawn is wet, and that can cause disease. But when the lawn is wet, make it wet. That's the simplest way to say that. So early morning when we have the dew. Third thing, how not to water. I know this is going to sound, don't water too long or too short. How do you know what's too long and too short? Well, it's a really complicated method that I use, sarcastically, but there's just nobody can tell you a certain amount of minutes. If they do, then it's almost certainly not going to be the optimal answer, because everybody's irrigation system is different. Everybody's soil texture, or what their soil is made up, is different, and so different types of soil are going to need different amounts of water. But the tried and true method is you go out there 24 hours later and put your finger in the ground, and if it's sopping wet, you water too much, and if it's rock hard, then you didn't water enough. And so you want to water as infrequently as possible, meaning you don't want to water every single day. You want to water once, maybe twice per week if possible. And the way to accomplish being able to do that is when you water for a long time, but to get deep watering. And for long, that might mean 10 or 20 minutes for some places. It might mean 45 for others. It depends on the slope of your yard. Is it flat? Is it slanted? If it's slanted, you're going to need to break it up into a couple 15-minute cycles perhaps. Again, the way to know is to go out 24 hours later, put your finger in the ground. Is it bone dry? Then you didn't water enough. Is it sopping wet? You water too much. You got to go less. But on slopes, consider cutting down the amount of time and do it 2 or 3 times during that day, and see if that can get you through for a week or maybe 3 or 4 days, and then do it again 3 or 4 days later. So that's why I say once or twice per week. And the way that like how long to water is do the finger method. I hope that helps, and take care, and hope your grass is thankful for this video.